it's crazy. Like, it feels amazing, like, running and thinking about, like, the fact that I've had MS for almost 10 years, it's unreal. Like, I don't know that where I am now I would have ever been if I didn't get diagnosed with MS. So when I look at getting diagnosed with MS and 10 years ago, it's something that is so crazy to me to think I've come this far, and to think that, you know, I have the opportunity. I'm so blessed and fortunate to be able to, like, represent the MS community, be able to run and do these races and try to change the conversation around MS. And it's just like, it's so humbling to have people support me in doing this and encourage me, and be able to be somebody in the community to, like, that, like, newly diagnosed people get, like, they reach out to me, which is, like, so amazing, because I think, you know, I look back 10 years ago, like, I would have never thought I am where I am now with the disease. I am where I am now with running and like raising awareness and money for this. Like, it's unbelievable to have experienced life and this, like, these 10 years and be where I am now. Like, I mean, if you asked me 10 years ago when I diagnosed, would you be like, you're gonna be running ultramarathons in 10 years, like, I would have laughed at you. Like, I never liked to run. So it's you know, it's amazing. And when I really think about it, which I don't think about often, but, like, when I really think about it and allow myself to actually feel it, I get emotional thinking about it, that, like, 10 years is right around the corner.
Hey, I'm Kevin Hoegler. I'm an ultra runner from Aberdeen, New Jersey. Currently training for 3 days at the fair, 6.5 weeks out. I'm shooting for 220 miles. So I've been running for about 3 years now. Started the end of 2019. My first trail race, though, was 10 miles in February of 2020, right before COVID. And then my first ultra was actually in March of 2020, actually right before COVID as well. And then I got the itch, and now this is kind of what I do. I love it, and I'm always seem to be training for one, and whenever I do one, I just want to do another one. 3 days of the fair is a ultramarathon in northern New Jersey. It's on a 1 mile loop. Basically what you're doing is you're running for 3 days straight, trying to get as many miles as possible. Last ultra I did was the Feb Apple 50 miler, which was a trail race, so a little bit different. So this one has some unique training going into it compared to running on the trails. I had to be, like, super intentional with my time right now, because, like, I wake up at 4:30, I go for my run, I come back from my run, I walk my dog, cook breakfast, drive to the office for work, which is an hour away, go to work out during lunch twice a week, then come home from work, basically take care of my dog, be a fiance, be a dog dad, and it's like, and I'm studying for a designation for, like, my job, so I'm also studying on top of it. So it's like, I have to be really intentional with, like, what I'm doing, but it's as crazy as it sounds, it, like, keeps me on path for, like, what I want to do, you know. So like if I had more time, I think I'd get my runs in less. You know what I mean? Like, because I know I gotta get my runs in at 4:30. I gotta get myself awake, ready to go, and doing all that, because I know that's when I'm gonna get my runs in. That's when I get the work in, and that's just, like, kind of how it goes.
When I was, you know, 18, 19 in college, etc., like, I think my ego held me back a lot in, like, who I wanted to actually be, and I put up, like, this front. And now through these ultra marathons, through these runs, through doing what I have done in the past, like, what I've done with these races, like, I look at these as, like, it has broke down, like, my ego, because it's like, you are essentially, like, stripped raw to just trying to make it to the end of the race. Like, you're tired, you're exhausted, your legs hurt, your feet hurt, you have massive blisters, like, so who you think you are just gets, like, essentially, like, crushed down. And so I would tell myself, if I can go back, like, dude, get off your high horse, like, you're nothing special, like, there's so much you have to learn about life, and running has taught me so much about that. Like, having MS has taught me so much about that, and, like, the intertwining of the two has, like, taught me so many lessons on who I want to be, where I want to go, and, like, has helped me remove my ego and remove, like, okay, everybody still has an ego, but it's helped me overcome, like, the way that I once viewed myself.
Hoegler. Yes. So depending on how far you go, you get a buckle for it. So like 101, I have this one at home from when I did this 2 years ago. This hopefully is what I get this week. And then people that are doing like the 6-day get anything from like 300 and above. And if you're really, really good at a 72 hour, you can get a 300-mile buckle too. This is like the peak of like anticipation, you know, like butterflies. It's funny because it's like such a long race. It's not like the gun goes off and you're just like running for like an hour or 2 hours and you're done. It's like weird, even though you know it's gonna be such a long race, you still have like the butterflies kick in, you still have like the nerves kick in. But it's like the best way, and it's crazy because once it goes off, it just all goes away. It's like, oh, now I'm out here for a while. Feeling good. Trying to find like the right rhythm of jogging, walking. Almost have it down, but I just want to fine tune it over the next little bit. It's just cross 20. It's crazy to think that in a couple months, it's going to be 10 years since I was diagnosed. I remember when I went numb from the waist down, I had no idea what was going on, and I was concerned what my future was going to be. Laying in a hospital bed, not feeling your lower half at 18. And now looking back on that, everything has changed in the best way possible since I was diagnosed. Just crossed 30.
Hey.
So we're getting there. Slowly chipping them off. Just kind of saying it before, but just trying to be smart where it's like, you jog, you walk, you like jog some more than walk. It's just being smart, but so far so good. A little ginger beer. .45.
How are you feeling?
Good. Happy the sun's going down. I need to get water though. I'm gonna hit 50, so there's 2 more laps, and then I'm gonna sit down and I'm just gonna chill for a little bit, get off my feet, switch out my socks, because my feet are not like blistered, but I can feel they're getting kind of soaked with sweat and the Vaseline. And then chill and then get back out there, but it's kind of what I'm thinking. All right, gents. We're back. I think a lot of people were kind of like, what are you doing? Like, I remember when I first did this and I started running these, I remember after my first 12-hour race, my mom was like, oh, are you done with these now? And I was like, no, I'm gonna keep doing them. So I think at first they were nervous or they were concerned. They didn't really understand, like my family. My friends all thought I was crazy, like, why would you do that? Like, but eventually everybody kind of hopped on board and now has like flipped to being more of, wow, I wanna support you. Like, nobody tells me not to do it. Nobody tells me, oh, you shouldn't do it, it's not good for your health. Like, my MS doctor that I go to and the nurse practitioner that's in his office, they're all super supportive. They're like, yeah, keep doing it. Like, as long as you feel good and you feel fine, like, do it and have fun doing it. And I think that's the thing that is like my message to people that get diagnosed with MS, and my message for myself that I live by is you just gotta listen to your body. Like, if you have MS and you want to run, or you have MS and you want to train for something, like, you can definitely still train. Just listen to your body and be careful and don't do too much too quick, because MS, it doesn't have to be this end all be all, like, you can't do anything anymore. Like, I don't believe that that's the way people with MS should live their life. Like, if you listen to your body, if you take care of yourself, you get sleep when you need sleep, you eat healthy, it's gonna go a long way. So for me, it's like, whenever somebody asks me, like, how do I run with MS? I say to them, you know, take your time, go slow, and see how you feel as you do it.
think I went a little too hard yesterday with the heat and I wasn't ready for it. I just wanted to like rest up so I could start today being as fresh as possible. Good. My feet are the worst thing. I'm super sore. That's alright. See, this I have to take fucking care of at some point. Hello. Hey. I feel bad because I told everybody I'm gonna run for 3 days, do 220 miles, and I raised $11,000, and now I'm in a bad spot right now. Me. It's like, I know, it just sucks. I don't know what to do. I mean, I'm walking, my miles are like, I'm probably a 20-minute mile, plus sitting down, trying to eat, trying to do stuff. I'm so good. So I just gotta keep moving, honestly. I don't know, I might lay down. I don't even know. I can't believe I'm not even, it's 26 hours and I'm not even at 100 miles yet. I gotta do one more lap at least to click off 90. I'll change my shoes one more time. And I gotta keep walking until I hit 100. This is embarrassing. I gotta get fucking moving. You're right, I just hit 100.
What's that?
So I just hit 100.
Hey.
Thank God. Where you at?
103.
Hell yeah, nice job, man.
My feet, it's like they went through a meat grinder.
Oh my God, I was seeing wet. Literally, I was like trying to think.
Hideous. I sent my wife a picture. I was like, check this out.
Yeah, I just sent it to my fiance. She's like, oh my gosh.
Shit's brutal.
It's
You
crazy.
feeling any better?
It's manageable.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So I'm hoping I just keep waddling along for a little while.
Yeah.
Probably break in the middle of the night, and then take it from there.
Yeah, keep moving.
That's it. Honestly, I think it's out of range. Like, it really sucks and I'm disappointed because I set out for that. So I'm kind of just looking at it as doing whatever I can, trying to take it one loop at a time. Essentially just hoping for the best. The thing is, you get to these points in a race, right, where it's like, you're all banged up. My feet are extremely jacked up, worst it's ever fucking been. And it's like, at what expense do I keep going? And it's like, that's the hardest choice to make when you do these races. Is do I keep going or do I stop at some point before the goal, before the end of the 72? You know, it's like a really hard choice. Because then you leave yourself disappointed or you leave yourself, like, you're left feeling like you let other people down. So I've done I've done before this, I've done 500 milers, but of that, like 4 were 24-hour races. So I've done timed events before. Today was the first time, or this week was the first time I ever did a multi-day. I'm part of the 72-hour race. And I thought like I had a decent handle on it coming in, and I just didn't.
You alright?
Yeah.
This is after what, 101, 102, 103?
101. I got the buckle. Any race that somebody would want to do, they can do. And that's the best part about it is the people here. It's like, whether you're saying you're at mile 90 or you're at mile 17, somebody's like, that's awesome. Like, keep up the great work. Keep pushing. Like, it's my favorite group. It sucks you in. Once you start it, it's like you just can't, you always come back. Not stretching fully. Like, I'm stepping and it just like stops without stretching fully. So, just waddling. I'm just gonna waddle this lap and then I might lay down for a little. I gotta see how it goes. It's like I'll leave here and I'll think to myself, what could I have done different? How can I get better for the next time? How do I need to prep going forward? It's just like an endless process. That's the coolest thing about this is like, you have people here that have probably done 56. I talked to a guy the other day. He's done like 55 ultramarathons, and every single one's gonna be different. You think you know it? You think you're like a veteran? Like I came into this like, this is my sixth 100 mile that I completed, and I kind of thought, okay, I have like a decent understanding of like how this is gonna go. I know I'm gonna have like high highs. I had like 6 or 7 lows for every high that I had. You know what I'm saying? Like, totally different. Fuck it. Let me go do another lap. I tried not sleeping, and then next thing you know, I'm just so depleted where it's like I'm barely even moving last night. And I sleep for 7 hours, which, you know, it's not helping me go fast, but now I feel better, where I'm like, at least I can hobble along. I'm not necessarily happy with where I finished up, but calling it probably the right move. My feet are so jacked up. I mean, I could hobble along for a little bit longer, but I think I'm better off like not running myself totally into the ground and feeling like absolutely
So much
crap.
admiration.
Bravo.
Thank you.
What's your?
MS, multiple sclerosis. Thank you. Thank you. Just, fuck it. Calling it. I think if I truly look at it as like what it is, I don't know that I necessarily failed. I mean, I was able to fortunately raise over $11,000 for MS. I was able to keep moving the longest I've ever kept moving. I'm gonna come out of here with 110 miles. Like, yeah, it's failure from not hitting 220. And I think it's also like my own ego and my own insecurity where I feel like I let people down that I said I was gonna do this. But that'll go away. And I think I should look at this less as a failure and more as, like you said, it's a growth thing where you live and learn. All these races, they do so different. Every single one you do is a different experience. I'm gonna turn this in, calling it quits.
What event were you doing?
I was 72.
What, your final mileage was?
110.
110? Is this your first time running with us?
Second.
Second? Do you know how much you did last year?
2 years ago I did 102.
2 years ago, 102.
There it is. I don't really think about having MS often. Like, I just go out and I do what I'm gonna do, and I trust in what's meant for me, and I have faith in, the path that I'm going on, and I just believe that it's all gonna work out. And, I want to, God forbid it ever happens, but, if I can't run anymore, I want to look back on my life and be like, I gave it my all across all different types of races, across all different types of experiences. And like, that's what keeps me going, is like, not any necessary fear, but more of, I want to make sure that I am doing what I can do and pushing to achieve what I want to achieve.